So it is Monday, December 27th. I just decided to do a surprise weigh-in. As I said on my last video, my last weigh-in video, I was planning to take 2 weeks off, and I've really been hard on myself this year, specifically the last 5 months of the year, trying to chase a weight goal. I was able to lose 27 pounds from basically August 1st through December 17th. Um, and I said I was going to allow myself to eat whatever I want, drink whatever I want, do whatever I wanted for 2 weeks. And then I was going to get back on it. Honestly, after a week, I'm honestly sick of drinking soda. I'm sick of eating potato chips, sick of eating fast food. Like, I actually missed my old diet, which is a great sign. I'm not doing this because of guilt. I'm doing this just because I've been feeling really sluggish the whole week. I had a lot of junk, had a lot of crap in the last week, and I'm totally guilt free. I'm going back on my diet just because I don't feel healthy. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I feel very, very sluggish. I just had lunch, the first clean meal I've had since I recorded my last weigh-in video. I made some boneless, skinless chicken breasts and had some couscous. And I don't feel like I'm about to drop dead. I haven't had any soda. I've had probably 90% of what I drank last week was soda. Ate really, really poorly, and I don't feel any guilt. Like, I know whatever I do, I'll work off. But honestly, I just did not like the way my body was feeling. I'm not worried about what my weight is. I question, should I even do this? But part of me wants to just document it to see, you know, that Friday. I was 233.4, and I think it's important to always measure, the impact of this. I'm not going to worry about whatever this number is. I'm pretty certain I'm over 250. Just, it was Friday to Friday, which is 7, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So about 10 days of just really eating poorly. So I'd be shocked if I'm not over 250, just considering all of the junk I ate, all of the soda I drank. Um, so I'm going back on my diet. I'm going to relax my diet on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and then I'm just fully back on it next Sunday. But I'm gonna still enjoy this week. I had thoughts all last week of working out, and again, it's not due to feeling guilty. We have been in the house. We were supposed to be in Orlando, in Kissimmee right now, back in March when the vaccine was rolling out, and we thought this thing was going to be over by now. We booked to go to Kissimmee. We went there 2 years ago. Daughter loved it. I loved it. Wife loved it. So we were going to go back. And we booked the trip March 29th. I know that because I just had to cancel our plane tickets last week, Monday. And, with the surge going on with the Omicron right now, we've had a lot of friends who've been personally impacted. We had a scare ourselves, a few scares actually. We just thought it best not to go. So I just started thinking I need something to do this second week. And being confined in the house just to burn off some steam, burn off some tension. I was initially planning to start running. I was going to do short runs. I said today I was just going to put on the Nas album, and I was going to just run to, there's a high school about a mile from me. I was like, I don't care if it's 15-minute miles. I'm just going to break a sweat. And then I was going to lift today. But in all honesty, my back still, it's probably 95%. But I'm just scared of doing something to regress it, because I hurt my back in mid-October. It was at least the week before I think it's 2 weeks before Thanksgiving when I overdid it on the deadlift, and I hurt it, and it's still hurting now, December 27th. So I think it's just wise that I just let my back get to 100%. I feel little twinges, and there have been a couple times where, like the week of Thanksgiving, I took off and it started feeling somewhat better. It didn't feel as good as it does now, but it was starting to feel better, and I started lifting and I re-injured it, and I just want my back to get to 100%. So I think, being as having the week off, and I wasn't lifting because of any goals. I was just lifting just because struggling with the confinement. I'm just going to take this week off, but I will be on my diet. I'm going to do one meal on Tuesday, one meal on Thursday. As I said, I'm going to relax my diet on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, but I want to check in on where I'm at. So got off the scale a couple hours ago. But let's see where I'm at after basically 10 days of just outright binging. So it's 2:09, but I weighed myself this morning sometime between 8 and 9. Let's see where I'm at. I know this is going to be an ugly number, really ugly, but this is what accountability is all about. So let's see where I am. What? It looks like it did not happen. Huh. It looks like it didn't work. My Bluetooth is on. I don't know. Looks like it did not work. I did weigh myself yesterday. I had thoughts of going off my diet yesterday, but I said let me just get through the weekend. So let me see if the one yesterday worked. So that's what I was yesterday. So that is 24 pounds in 10 days. I'm actually pretty shocked because last year I don't feel like I ate any differently. And I gained 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. So that's a pretty shocking number. I will say that. But that's where I'm at. How that was yesterday morning. So a pretty shocking number. I'm not panicked. Not happy about that number, but I knew it would be an ugly number. One thing I'm definitely recognizing is I put on weight a lot easier now than I used to. And I mean, I have a theory about it. It's impossible for me to say, but I ate so clean this year that just having an influx of junk like that is my body reacts to it very differently than it did a year ago, because that's last year. I watched a video of my weigh-in, the first weigh-in of the year last week. That's why I'm so happy I did this channel and documented everything. And I ended the year at 249, and after 2 weeks I was 268, and I didn't eat any differently last week than I ate over those 2 weeks. But I can only guess, but I just think, I ate clean pretty much this entire year. And last year I had at least twice where I just basically binged for a week. And I didn't do that this year. I did it for certain times for a couple of days. I didn't have an entire week though where I just like ate whatever. So I just think, my body is reacting differently to it. I eat much cleaner than I did even a year ago, especially with the fasting's been part of my protocol for the entire 2021. And I drink more water. I have much fewer lapses in terms of my diet. They're almost non-existent these days. So I can only guess that it's a function of my body just reacts to it differently because it just gets so little of this junk now. Like a cheat meal for me now is going to Nando's and having, baked chicken, Texas toast and fries. And last year I was eating a pizza every week, and I was having 2 cheat meals every week. I haven't been having cheat meals in the last 4 months of the year. If I do, I call it a mistake, and I always call it out on my weigh-in. But I just think, my body just doesn't react well to this kind of eating anymore. So, that's part of the reason I do this, just as a caution for future times. But like I said, no panic in me. I'm not going to work out this week because I'm going to let my back heal, and I'm going to make sure I can get back to it. But big number there. Didn't expect to see my weight be that high, but I'm gonna challenge myself to be there by the second Friday in. Well, I guess this Friday will be the first Friday in. No, this Friday is December 31st. Yes, I'm gonna challenge myself to get back under 233 by the second Friday in January. So it's going to be this week. I'm just going to be on my diet, but I'm not going to work out. And then I'm going to work out the first 2 weeks. I'm hopefully back running and lifting next week. And I'm going to challenge myself to be there. And, my last weigh-in, I said I'd be fine with it as long as it was by the end of January. And I'm going to cut that in half because I'm cutting, the window in half. Although I put on more weight than I thought in these 10 days. So it's a good thing I did this, because I would have been shocked to come back and be like 270 something at this rate. But I'm going to challenge myself by the second Friday in January to be back where I was pre-holiday. So I'm back on it with my diet this week, and then I'm back on it with the running and lifting next week. So quick check-in, shocking number, but I will be fine. Don't worry about me. So for now, Fareed Fitness signing off.